first question. I actually just got done talking with Lyle, and he told me about the no rules thing. So this actually came from you?
Yeah, it kind of started. We got beat by Bama, and Van Horn kind of told us that there was no, like, he wasn't going to worry about what guys were doing or basically anything. He was just going to free range on what we wanted to do that day, just so we play with some energy. And I kind of took that and ran with it, and I just kept saying no rules over and over and over. And then it turned into like a big deal, and Wick loved it, and Lyle loved it, so
Yeah.
they kind of kept it going.
That's great. I was always wondering where that whole story came from. So, but just season recap. What was this year like for you?
I mean, it was obviously it was unbelievable with everything we did. Didn't have the end we wanted, of course, but just being able to come back here and be with the guys, and me getting to work with my brother every day was just a dream come true. And I wouldn't trade this season for anything.
One of the things that I specifically remember from this season was the home run from Charlie Welch and you running in from third and then you just like stomp on home plate. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, that was another time I'll never forget, and I'll tell my kids about that. But just such an unbelievable environment, just after COVID, and we finally got to have all our fans in the stands, and just such a big win to win the SEC for the first time in a while. And yeah, just running into home plate, and I kind of blacked out at that point, but that's something that I'll tell my kids about forever.
So are you happy with the decision that you made to come back for one more year?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, no doubt about it.
And another big moment was obviously the SEC tournament and you were the one who got to hoist the trophy. Walk me through what you were feeling during that time.
Well, it's such a weird thing of just we're obviously the SEC tournament's kind of weird for everybody because we're ready for regionals and
Mhm.
supers and everything. We're focused on that, and it got to that point where we got to the championship. And we're like, we might as well win it, and might as well do this thing. We've been here the whole time, so it's just so weird that was the first time we've won that, and just being able to be a part of that is just crazy to me.
So, of course, you've heard the saying, "Don't run on Opitz." It's very well known. What do you think about that? And everyone always saying that about you.
Yeah, it's cool. I think it caught on, my sophomore year when I finally got to start and everything, and it was cool. It was just people had shirts about it, and that was the first time I've seen like my name on a shirt, and people would say that all the time, and they'd tell me that, and it was just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's just these fans, they just are so crazy about the people that they support, and it's just unbelievable.
Well, I remember one of the things coming into this season that you wanted to improve on was your hitting. So
Mhm.
how do you feel you did this year, and did you kind of achieve what you were hoping to?
Yeah, I definitely felt, better about how this year went. And obviously, I didn't finish with the exact numbers that I had planned, but at some point it was just more about let's just win the games, and things like that, getting to work with my brother about, things to work on throughout the season, just the long haul of it. It's just um it was great for me. It was a great learning experience for me personally.
So you mentioned your brother. How were you working with your brother?
Well, he was here. He was a coach on the staff.
I did not know that.
Yeah, yeah, he was a coach on the staff. Shane, he
Wow.
was here. He was here. He started. He came in let's see, the spring. He moved out here with his wife and his kid, and I got to hang out with them every day. So it was a crazy experience for me.
Wow, how did that all happen and work out? Um,
Um, you know, after the draft, I think he called Van Horn because he's trying to get into coaching and everything, and he had talked to Van Horn. He asked Van Horn if he can come out here and be a part of this, just in whatever role is possible. And Van Horn, got something for him, and he was able to come out here and be a part of this and see how we do things. And it was a really cool experience for him, but mainly for me.
that's awesome. I can't believe I did not know that. And that makes sense. Your mom was at some of the games as well. Actually, I feel like she was at most of them.
Yeah,
So it's probably really cool for her to get to see both of you guys at the same time. Um,
absolutely.
so DVH, is he the GOAT. Is, what was your experience with him and how great of a coach he is?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. He's just on and off the field. He's just a role model to guys, and that's really cool to be able to see. It just how much the players gravitate toward him just because he's been around, he's seen it all. And it's just he's some guy that he'll forget more about the game than you'll ever learn. So I know I loved picking his brain and just like learning things from him and being able to talk baseball with him, day in and day out. So that's something these past 4 years have given me, just so many memories and so many times of talking to him baseball and things like that.
Well, you talked about a leader on the team, and that was obviously you as well. So, team captain, did you feel any type of weight to have to really show up for everyone all the time, or what was that like for you?
I never put too much pressure on it. Just being a catcher, I've always said that you got to kind of be a leader, just because that's what the position takes. So I didn't put too much pressure on it. I loved going out there and being able to, help the younger guys and being able to talk through them with stuff they haven't experienced before that I've been through. So, it was easy for me to kind of pick up that role, and it's just something I've always done.
I was just looking around social media after the season ended, and several people mentioned that you were kind of the heart and soul of the team this year. How do you feel hearing things like that?
Yeah, I love it. It's it kind of leaves me speechless, just people, saying that. And it's obviously, I want to be looked at as that on the team, as the fans and, by the guys. So that was it was awesome for me to keep seeing that and just being able to, be that spark plug or whatever this team needed. I was always willing to give.
And what is being a Razorback? What does that mean to you now after the years that you've played for Arkansas?
Um, I mean, it's just crazy to me, just coming from Colorado. I had no, preconceived notion of what this was and what Arkansas was about. And just over these past 4 years, getting to see how they just treat their players and they treat their coaches and just how they show up for every game. And it's just everyone's a family. Everyone's one big family to me, honestly. It's unbelievable to see the support that we got more and more over the 4 years, and just people showing up, rain, bad weather, anything. They were always there. It's incredible.
And being a catcher, I've got to ask, what was it like working with Kevin Cops this year?
It was easy, honestly. It was really easy. Everything worked. So that was the fun part for me. It was whatever he wanted to do, and no matter who was hitting, we could beat him. So I'm blessed. I was able to be a part of that, and the season he had, because nobody deserved it more than that, and that was unbelievable.
So what do you call his pitch? Is
I
it
call it a
cutter?
cutter. He
Okay.
called it a cutter. So that's what I called it.
And then just what's next for you moving forward?
Yeah, we'll just see what the draft holds, and whatever team calls, and just we'll go from there, and we'll play for as long as I can, and take it step by step.
And as for the team, there's going to be a lot of you guys probably likely not coming back. What do you think about the team moving forward next year and what it'll look like?
Yeah, obviously, they have some incredible younger guys, Wallace, and they have Wiggins on the mound. They have incredible younger pieces that they'll build around. So I'm excited. It's going to be weird for me to be an alumni now rather than a player, and look back and watch all those guys. But I'm super excited. They're the best coaching staff and guys to lead them, so they're going to be fine.
You still think you'll come back to a game or two every now and then?
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Especially that bases loaded landing. I think me and Nesbitt will be back for a couple of those games.
That's awesome. Is there anything else that you want to add or that you want to say before we wrap up?
I just want to say thank you to everybody, everybody in the media team, everybody on the coaching staff, the fans, everybody in Arkansas. Thank you for taking me in, just a kid from Colorado, just getting to come here and be a part of this big family. So thank you guys.